$2,000, yes, $2,000 Social Security payment for low-income seniors. The fourth stimulus check in 2024 for SSDI, SSI, as the economy continues to be unstable with high rates of unemployment and inflation. There's a growing talk of a possible fourth stimulus check in 2024. This is going to shed some light on the reasons and impacts of such financial assistance, particularly for individuals, yes, individuals on a fixed income, such as Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB benefits, and low-income families. And we cannot forget seniors. Given the uncertain economic future and upcoming elections, it's important to really understand the necessity of this potential financial aid. Although there hasn't really been a huge announcement saying that we're going to come out, press conference, Joe Biden front and center with Kamala Harris from the IRS or the Biden administration on the fourth stimulus check, there has been some big things coming out for those on a fixed income. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're talking about the $2,000 Social Security payment for low-income seniors, fourth stimulus check in 2024 for SSDI and SSI. Have you felt like the economy has been unstable? But guess what? With high rates of unemployment and inflation, there's a lot of fourth stimulus check for 2024 going on, and we've got that news just for you, seniors, low income, fixed income. We've got all that information just for you guys right here in this video. You do not want to miss this updated news, as well as we've got a video just for you. You do not want to miss this information. Sonia, Serafina, Timothy, Joel, Todd, Jack, Kathy, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome back to the show where we're going to cover a lot of news like stimulus. We're going to talk about trending news, politics, things happening in this country, things that are happening that you guys need to know about on a daily basis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure you're updated every single day, and as well as get an opportunity to win some free cash prizes. With all that being said, guys, you're a great audience. Let's dive into the news. But we really wanted to show you guys this video real fast to kind of really give you an idea of things that are happening. Yes, we know the current news, we know the current situation, but because of the things that are happening, there needs to be a change, and we've got that information just for you right here in this video. The description has all the information down below. Go check that out. And tell me what you think about this, guys. Here we go.
I couldn't really even mention. I'd say to my people, I want to talk about the border. They say, sir, the border, you fixed it. It's 100% perfect here. I want to talk about the border. They said, sir, nobody cares about the border. You fixed it. Well, now the border is 100 times worse than it was in 2016. There's never been a border so bad. There's never been corruption and rape and pillage and loss and people coming in at levels that nobody's ever seen with the people where they're coming from, criminals like never before, just pouring into our country. We have no idea who they are. So when I fixed it in 2016, I believe this could be like 100 times worse. That was a bad border, but that was bad, understandably bad. This is at a level that nobody's ever seen a border like this. We've taken in, I think, at least 15 million people. That's bigger than almost every state. And I think by the time we end, we might almost be, by the time we get this lunatic out of office, how he can like this, by the time we get him out of office, he's going to be at close to 20 million people he will have allowed into our country, mostly unchecked, unvetted. We have no idea who they are, where they came from, but we're going to find out. It's a big problem. When I win, you are all getting...
It is a big problem, and we've got a lot of news because remember, guys, the Republicans do not want to spend any more money. They want to make sure they're cut programs, cut this, cut that. They want to try to get that debt deficit down to bring it to a reasonable amount because of interest and the amount that has to be paid every single month. Yet again, the Biden has been allowing a lot of immigrants in. So there's been a lot of talk about we need to fix the border. But like many of you guys understand, we need help financially. And this is where many on a fixed income are looking for some sort of break. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've got this news dedicated just for you. And we're going to be talking about the $2,000. Guys, let's talk about this. And let's really go through here to show you exactly what is going on. So right here on the screen, you see it, I see it. Let me make that a little bit bigger for you guys so that way you can see exactly what is happening. Guys, you see all the news. The $2,000 Social Security payment for low-income seniors for stimulus check in 2024 for SSDI and SSI. Here we know as the economy continues to be unstable with high rates of unemployment, there's a growing possible talk of a fourth stimulus check in 2024. And you guys know as well as I do that talk is cheap. Sometimes we've got to make sure that we just not only talk, debate, have meetings about it, we actually get things in motion. This is where so many people are hoping that some light is shed on the impacts of these high rates that daily Americans have to face every single day. Uh-oh, we've got a guest. Say hi, Zoom. Say hi. Come here. Say hi. No, you can't mess with the mouse. Say hi. Look right there. Look right there. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Say, we got a lot of big news. A lot of big news. All right, go, Mom. Thank you. So with all that being said, guys, there's so much information out there because the uncertain economic future, the upcoming elections, it's important really to kind of grab a hold of things that are becoming a main priority for the American citizens. Because remember, and this is where I'm going to leave you guys in the poll because I really want to get your opinion on this. What should be the biggest priority for the upcoming president? Guys, let me know down in the poll, guys, of what you think. Because, again, major issues. We've got what should be the biggest priority for the upcoming president. You've got border crisis. You've got stimulus checks. And you've got the Keystone Pipeline. All of these things are major things that actually need to be fixed. Why would the border crisis? Because, like Donald Trump said, we've got almost 20 million undocumented people in the United States that we don't even know who's here. Number two, stimulus checks, because there's several low-income, fixed-income beneficiaries that are struggling every single month to keep their head afloat. And number three, the Keystone Pipeline. While you and I may not understand that fully completely, what I do understand and know is that the reserve that Joe Biden used to lower gas prices has not been built back up because it just costs more money than what it should have. So now that gas prices are extremely high, they are looking at trying to find out how can we build our reserve back and keep prices down low. This is where, guys, let me know in the comments down below, because again, so many people are looking for some relief. And, you and I both know a lot of things need to change. But I wanted to show you this video real fast, guys. There's a revolution. All right, and I had to show you on my phone because my computer's kind of glitching a little bit, but I want to show you exactly what is going on. And we're going to be talking about this. So check this out, guys, right here. Hopefully you can see it.
In our country, And it's the same kind of thing that happened when my father was running in 1968. The polarization, the division of Americans is the most toxic it's been since the American Civil War. There's a whole group of people in this country, the American middle class, 57% of Americans who can't put their hands on $1,000 if there's an emergency in their family. To those people, if the engine light comes on in their car, it's the apocalypse. You know, they're going to lose their car, lose their job. They're feeling forgotten by the Democratic Party. They used to represent the interests of the middle class. They're feeling forgotten by the entire political establishment. Donald Trump came in 2016 and said to those people, yeah, the whole thing is fixed. And that's what they wanted to hear. Populist movements can either be harnessed by demagogues for dark reasons and with using all the alchemies of demagoguery, or they can be captured by idealistic leaders and idealistic reasons. My father captured most of the white vote in Maryland, Delaware, and the eastern states just before his death in 1968. 4 years later, those same people voted for George Wallace. Why is that? They were populists. My father captured them, that energy, with the powers of, and the
How would you
cause of
describe
idealism.
yourself? Are you a populist? Are you a nationalist? How would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as a populist, but like my father was a populist, and a populist for idealism, for America's signature values, for democracy, for free speech, for a constitution, for a democracy that's not run and captured by corporate interests, anti-war, and for the middle class, for the cops, for the firefighters, for working people in this country, about rebuilding our middle class, about making sure our kids are able to live the American dream. There's, the American dream when I was a kid said, if you worked hard, if you played by the rules, you could buy a house, you could finance it, you could take a summer vacation, you could raise a family, you could put something aside for retirement on one job. I have 7 kids, Aaron, and none of them believe that promise that applies to them.
Wow. And that, guys, is mind-blowing because, again, so many people have understood that he's coming in with some momentum.
Let's hit this thing directly, and that is that this is a close race. Robert Kennedy Jr. is still in it and could be a spoiler. It's arguably, given his positions, he may take more votes from Donald Trump than Joe Biden. And then there is this protest vote. Where do you think things stand now?
Look, Robert Kennedy Jr. has the same math and the same path to zero victory in the presidential election that No Labels had. And No Labels just did the right thing this week. And that is a great thing for democracy. And we expect Robert Kennedy Jr. should do the same. There is, as you said at the top of the last moment there, Ali, there is no pathway for a third-party presidential candidate in this two-party system to secure the 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. The only pathway a third-party candidate has in the United States at the presidential level is to actually serve as a spoiler. And in 2024, we're incredibly worried that Robert Kennedy will actually swing the election to Donald Trump, and nobody in this country needs to have that ever again.
All right, so there's a campaign effort on 3 fronts. There's moderates and conservatives and Republicans, maybe, who are frustrated with the idea of a Donald Trump or the attack on reproductive rights and other freedoms. There are Democrats who might not be in favor of some of Joe Biden's policies, or not enthused by him. And then there is this actual protest vote. How do you deal with that last one? In fact, I just want to put up on the screen just Michigan and Wisconsin, the number of votes. The Wisconsin vote in the last election, Joe Biden won by 20,000 votes. 48,000 people voted in a protest in the primary. How do you deal with this?
Look, the situation, or I should say the crisis that is happening in Gaza and between Israel, is catastrophic. It is an atrocity. And it is completely understandable that folks are heading to the polls in the primary to vote uncommitted. And it has to stop. What's happening in Gaza must stop. And I'm heartened to see that there's a growing consensus in the Democratic caucus to really leverage all the power the United States has to stop this atrocity. That being said,
one thing that I've never understood, guys, is that so many people are so intimidated by RFK Jr. coming in and really stealing votes from Joe Biden because they don't feel like he's got such a huge momentum to beat Donald Trump. They don't feel that. But they do feel like he does have some momentum to steal a lot of votes that Joe Biden needs and allow Donald Trump with such a lead to overtake the whole election. And this very well could happen. This is why all these people are doing everything they can to stop RFK Jr. They try to censor him. They try to silence him from all the social media platforms. And guys, I think it's kind of funny that they feel so threatened by a third-party candidate that they're going out of their way to do everything they can to stop him, which to me is kind of funny because here's the thing. Here's the way I see it. I understand that everybody's got, the right to do whatever they want, but I don't think that they should try and create teams to just stop anybody that could have a possible chance. I think it should be let the people vote. Guys, I'm thinking about one day presenting a campaign video, and maybe, lo and behold, one day, John Miro from True Life will run for president. And I might run that campaign video being an Hispanic background, born and raised in the great United States, and having grandparents from another country. But understanding this, I've seen both sides of the fence. I've seen the Republican side and I've seen the Democratic side. And I have made some decisions on a conservative side to say, okay, I see this way and I see that way. And I see what's missing from both sides. I see the faults and the good from both sides. But what I do understand is that sometimes one party always favors to a certain group and others are left out. So my campaign slogan, like you guys said, and some of you know, is let's all win. Everybody wins. And I think that'd be good. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I showed you the information down in the description below. Go check it out. These $2,000 stimulus checks. Guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Don't forget about all the giveaways that we're doing on our new channels. Go check those out. Remember, you have a chance to win. Go like and subscribe. Be one of the first to get in on that opportunity. Stay tuned because we've got more videos on the way. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.